And what social media? Well, hello, everybody. We are so glad that you are here tonight. And we're excited that we have, I always love having guests. And Dana's is I think every guest that we've ever had on, I always say that they're my favorite because they are. Everybody is my favorite because everybody has so much to offer. When they are invited to come on and be a guest. So we're going to be, you may get a call asking you to be a guest at some point in time, so don't be surprised about that. But anyway, welcome to everybody to our June 11th Talk About It Tuesday. And so we want to just share one or 2 points before we'll kick into our main topic and our guest for tonight. Here's a quote. I thought it was great. I think I've had this before, but Yves Saint Laurent says the most beautiful cosmetic you can have is passion. And I think that's so true because when you love what you do and you're passionate about it, it exudes beauty and everything else. And for us, that's even a bigger plus because we are representing beauty, we're representing fashion, we're representing style. So the more that we represent our craft and we're passionate about it, it will just exude confidence to others where they want to know, what do you do? And one of the best compliments is somebody to refer someone else to you. So, but I thought this was great, and I love it. I love Yves Saint Laurent's um, quotes and Coco Chanel, and so because those were some of the fashion icons of the day, and so we certainly can take some pointers from them and show our passion and be the most beautiful cosmetic that we have. Okay. All right. So it's not about the lipstick and the blush. It's about the passion and the excitement and the joy that we have in doing our business. So again, just want to remind you every week, we kind of bring to the forefront because we have new um, consultants and image advisors that are coming on board with us on a daily and a weekly basis. And so one of the things that I've decided I'm going to finally start doing is doing like some onboarding with new consultants, because I think that we may have done everybody that's new an injustice by kind of forcing you to kind of kick in and learn on your own. Some of the things you got to be told. It's not just a welcome letter and things like that. So look out for that, because you may want to let some of your team members know. I may start that as soon as next week, but we'll see. And it's going to be done on another week, evening or afternoon or something like that. We'll try to do it. But I saw the benefit of it with some ladies that came in that were all connected together, that I did onboarding, because a lot of times people are not just going to be intuitive about how to use a promo code, how to use their affiliate link and things like that. And we've got videos on different things like that, but you have to go and find them. So I think it's a good practice that we will begin to implement, to do a little onboarding with new consultants to get them off to a faster start. And hopefully that will make a difference for those of you that are building teams. That should be, kind of be a help to you. So keep watch for that. I'll send out email on that. So we've got our active promo codes, which is Summer 30 and Summer 40. Okay. Summer 30 is what is on the Color Me Beautiful website, of course, which you can, and the thing that I think that I like the most about um, our promo codes now that we are doing it with the marketing group, is that we're not changing up as much, so you get a chance to kind of um, embrace the code, promote the code. And I also like really the lower percentages, to tell you the truth. I like 30%, because keep in mind, the bigger the discount, the less money that we're going to make. Because when we're giving that discount and we're doing AYS at your service and the customer is using our link, we're getting paid on what the customer is paying for the product. And I see some of our image consultants and advisors are not offering discounts at all. Now I question that, but nonetheless, everybody does their business, their way. Because I see the orders every day that come in, and I can see, that a person is paying for what the product actually retailed for. And some customers, because even when Lucinda and Sarah were here, and we were doing a lot of different promo codes and switching up and things like that. Even on our e-commerce websites, they had a very high percentage of people that never used promo codes. I never understood it. But at any rate, for us, it's a matter of us being aware so that we can use it if we need it. Okay. So the Summer 30 and Summer 40 are the two codes. Just remember that they don't intertwine. Okay. So you can't use Summer 30 on Floyd Roberts, and you can't use Summer 40 on Color Me Beautiful. Okay. But each of the websites have a pop-up promo code. And Color Me Beautiful has the Hello Beautiful still, which will offer a client that you want to offer an opportunity to be able to buy more and spend less, that will offer her 50%. And that may be one of the reasons why we are running the Color Me Beautiful at a slightly lower percentage. But just remember that. And then I'm not sure, because I didn't go on Floyd Roberts today, but I don't know. Has anybody been on? Is that pop-up still coming up for 40 off? We really don't need it now because we got 40 off here. So that's probably.
Yeah, it did pop up. I was on it earlier. Yeah, it did pop up.
Okay. All right. So the pop-ups are still coming there. And again, remember, those are one-time use. So once you use it with a email address, the system is not going to let you come back and use it a second time with that same email. Okay. So just know that. Okay. I want to remind, because one of the things that I tell everybody is when I think about things that I need to remind everybody of each week, I think about some of the issues that have come through that consultants have experienced. And we still have far too many consultants that are finding out that they've sent promo codes to clients, and they think the order has gone through because they sent the email, the link to the client. They don't get the email that I'm showing up here on the screen, and they don't think to ask about it until, after the month is closed. Okay. So the thing that I want to remind everybody of is that when a customer uses your link to shop, not browse, but shop, as soon as she clicks place order and she gets her receipt, an email is generating to you that says this. And it's either going to be signed Color Me Beautiful if you're working on if the Color Me Beautiful website is where the customer shopped with, or Floyd Roberts. But it's going to tell you, congratulations, a recent purchase by the specific customer's name. It's going to have your customer's name in it, is due to your fantastic efforts, and all go so forth and so on. Warm regards, Color Me Beautiful. Okay. If you do not get this, now there have been very few times where something was going on with our system where the email didn't generate. But most times when it doesn't generate, it's because something is going on. Okay. And so if you know that a person is supposed to be shopping with you, and then you should receive this. And if you don't, inquire about it if you're not receiving the weekly reports that show you who on your team has ordered. It will show your orders, and it will show any customers that have ordered using your link and shopping with a promo code or not. Okay. So if you don't receive this email, then send an email to either me or to consultant info. We will look into it. And it's always better to get to us in the month that order possibly was done, or that you think it was done, because then we can find it. Because more times than not, it's that the customer hasn't used the link. That's generally what will happen when everything is working the way that it should be. Okay. So just remember to look for the email that comes that tells you that a person has purchased due to your fantastic efforts. Okay. And if you don't get it, be in touch with us so that we can look into it. Okay. Deal? Perfect. Any questions? All righty. So listen, before I reacquaint you with Dana, I thought, because Dana's going to be, I called Dana to say, hey, what's going on out in your world? I see you doing some great things. You got that $1 million smile. You ought to put it in a box and sell it. I said, what's happening in social media in your world? And she said to me, I think that this is probably a good time to share some of my insights. And I said, great. So let's do that. But I thought, in preparation of turning this over to Dana, that I would just show you some statistics. Okay. And these are numbers that go from the millions to the billions. And you will see that Facebook is reigning supreme with almost 3.1 billion active subscribers. And then, of course, YouTube is coming right behind it, then Instagram, then WhatsApp. For those of you that don't know what WhatsApp is, it's really a platform where you can make international calls without being charged, okay? But you can also, WhatsApp is beginning to add different features to it. It used to be more just making calls, because I use that to speak with my international clients. And then, of course, TikTok coming in at 1.6 billion, and then it keeps going down. And some of these names and platforms I had never heard of. Now, of course, Messenger, we know what that is. Telegram, never heard of that. Snapchat, I hadn't heard of it. But none of these, like WeDo and QQ, I don't know if you guys are familiar with it, but they've got some numbers, okay, in the millions, okay? So these are the numbers. And I think that anywhere that you go and you look at the information behind here, you're going to see that it is the baby boomers, those of us, and most of us as consultants are in the baby boomer generation, that Facebook is kind of where we are. So I think it's always a good process for us to go through, to stay on top of what's happening. And we are excited to be able to welcome our guest trainer tonight. Dana is, like I said, she's got that $1 million smile. When she comes on social media, she can probably get people to just buy just when she smiles and shows those dimples, okay? But the bottom line is that Dana, first of all, she lives and works in Hudson Valley, New York. I told her next time I come to New York and have a couple of days that we're going to connect. She is the wife and the mother of 2 beautiful kids. You'll see her on social media with her kids. And as during the daytime, when she's juggling motherhood and being a businesswoman and all that, she also is the proud owner of First Coffee, Then Color, where she uses both of our color systems. She trained in both Four Seasons and Color Alliance insignia, so that she knew from the beginning that she wanted to be able to capture her market, to provide style analysis and personal styling and color, no matter what that person was looking for. And it is true that when you know both the Four Seasons and Color Alliance, you've got the market covered, okay? She's a social media influencer. And I'm sure that she is, that her following, if she looks back when she first started doing social media, and she looks today, I'm sure that she has a great following. Because like I said, one of our brand new influencers, when she saw the email and she saw that she didn't have a Zoom link, she immediately said, she sent me an email, hey, can you send me the link? Because I've seen her on YouTube, I think she told me, or social media. I can't remember which platform. But Dana is a social media influencer, and she exudes confidence. And the way that she presents her business and herself is really, she leaves great examples for us to be able to follow. When I first met Dana, she was doing a nonprofit part-time. She now is doing her business full-time. Kudos to her for that. She is a proud image and style advisor with Color Me Beautiful and Floyd Roberts. She is one of our national Four Seasons trainers with CMB, and she performs color and image services both online and in person. And if you are out there and you've got something going on in your world and you've got your microphone still on, I would ask that right now you take a few moments, look in the mirror and say how good you look and click mute. Okay? Can you do that for me? All
Yep.
right. So, but anyway, let's give a round of applause for Miss Dana Hammond, who is going to be
Thank you.
sharing her screen here shortly. I'm going to stop my share, Dana, and then you will be able to come on and bring your screen up. There she is. Show them that smile, Dana.
Thanks,
See?
everyone. Thank
Hey,
you
Dana.
for all your nice things. And Sharon, best introduction ever. Thank you. Sharon's just gonna come around with me wherever I go. 'Cause that
Everywhere
was
you go, I'll
awesome.
be your intro lady.
Oh man, you guys all just missed my daughter who just walked in, and she might make a reappearance because this is the hour where she tries to procrastinate going to bed. So
Yeah.
she'll pop in and come up with all these crazy, wonderful
Hey.
excuses. Like that is a saleswoman in the making
In
because
the
I don't know
making.
where she
Oh,
comes
yeah.
up with this stuff. I'm like, man, you will make me
Absolutely.
create a Band-Aid out of, cotton and tape if I don't have one.
I
Okay.
love it.
Anyways,
I love it.
let me share my screen. So I gave some thought to what Sharon proposed about social media. And I thought, I don't want to overwhelm anyone. And I feel like recently I've gotten a lot of questions about this specifically. So, questions around people who have started Instagram accounts or they want to start Instagram accounts and they want to figure out how do I make my Instagram reflect my business or use it to the best of my abilities? And I thought we're going to do something really super simple yet effective and talk about just the very basics of Instagram and not even like going into reels and posts and all that, but just talk about the bio basically. And I definitely will answer any questions at the end, but I feel like this is an area I just keep hearing. I don't know if it's from the trainings or what, but I keep hearing a lot about like Instagram and questions about Instagram. And the good news is, Facebook, Sharon said, is number one, but a lot of the things that I'll tell you about Instagram are kind of similar to what you would do on Facebook anyway. So I feel like it does translate. But, anyways, let me go through everything and then I'll take any questions. Can you guys all see this, by the way?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let me see if I can make it big. Present. Okay.
Yeah, there you go. Big. I love it.
Okay. So, I mean, if you already have an Instagram account, and you're rocking it, doing an awesome job and everything, maybe you'll be like, oh, Dana, this is very underwhelming. But for those of you who I think might have an Instagram, want to start an Instagram, or just kind of at the beginning stages, I think this will be helpful. Okay. Your profile. So, number one, your username. So, suggestions. You want to use your name or a company name. By the way, and I did change my name, Linda mentioned this to Colorful Style by Dana because I kept getting questions about coffee when I was first Coffee Then Colors. So I thought, nope, I'm just cutting my losses, which it did take me a little while to figure out how to switch everything over, but I did it. I still have some stuff probably out there that says First Coffee Then Colors, but it is what it is. So anyways, username, you should have your name or your company name there so people know what you're all about. Instead of like Kitty Cat 321, unless your name is Kitty, that would make sense. But sometimes you'll need to add like a number at the end. So Dana Hammond, I'm sure, is taken, but I would probably do like Dana Hammond 1 to whatever. So my example is Betty Simon or Simone 1. Then number 2 is your display name. And by the way, you can always edit any of this by going to edit profile right here. So your display name, you want it to say your first name and then what you do or who you are. If you're a color analyst only, just put color analyst. If you're image consultant only, put that. If you're a personal stylist, put that. If you're a makeup artist, put that. So whatever you are, that's what you want to do right there. Okay. All right. I'm going to keep going and then I will answer any questions. Okay. 3. So this I have changed 800 million times and you can always change it, but you really in your description want to say who you help and how you help or what you help with, it should say, slash what you do. So you could say example, I help women over 40 with makeup and skincare. I help women over 40 with finding their true colors. Something like that, where you're saying, who do you help? Maybe you help men. Maybe you help men and women. Maybe you help busy professionals. Maybe you help stay-at-home moms, but who do you help? Okay. And then if you have some sort of guide that is for free or whatever, you can always put in something like, click my link below for the guide, or click link below to set up a call with me, or something like that. Okay. So next. So 4 is the link in your bio. So I have 2. I have one that goes to my website, and then I have another one that is kind of like really random right now. It's called the Stan Store. That's a whole other topic, so I'm not even going to talk about that. But the Stan Store has links to like freebies and things like that. But it's also a really good place if you don't have your own website to put your affiliate link, your Florey or your the CMB link. You can put it in there. For a long time, you know, before I had my website, that's what I had in there, my affiliate link. That makes it super easy for people to just click and then they're on your page and can buy something. And obviously if you have your own website, you could put it there. So there's this thing also called Linktree that, again, that would be a whole other webinar. But Linktree is something that allows you to put about like 5 or 6 different links. So if you're somebody who sells a lot of Color Me Beautiful and you sell a lot of Florey and you have a website and you know, do makeup sessions or something like that, that would be something you could look into. It's Linktree. You just got to Google it and you can find it. It's free. They allow you to put a bunch of sites or websites just if you click on it. Okay. Again, I can't get into all that. That's a whole other topic.
That's a whole, yeah, that's
okay. So 5, your profile picture. Obviously, or maybe not obviously, it should be a photo of you. Nobody cares. Well, some people might care about your cat, but if it's your business page, we want to see you. Also, you know, try to see your face. I don't have like a lot of my face showing. Maybe I should have an updated one, but that's what it is right now. Also, you can change or add a background. So if you have kind of a busy background happening, which I did because this photo is taken in my office and I have the bookshelves behind me. So I was like, all right, well, make it a little less jazzy. So I added in the background there. And canva.com, if you've heard of Canva, you can take a picture, you can add a background, you can actually look up a template. Canva you can use for free, or there's the paid version. Again, Canva, that would be a whole other topic, but canva.com. And if you haven't seen it yet or used it yet, I highly suggest to take a look because it's really great. And the paid version is even better, and it's only $12.99 a month. It's so worth it. It's so good. Anyway, they're not paying me to say that. Okay. All right. 6. So highlights. These are stories. So stories being the things that you can add that go right where the profile thing is, and then you can see other people's stories, etc. So the highlights are stories that you have already done, but you've pinned them to a certain category. So the categories I have right now, which I might change them soon, some of them, are color analysis, looks, about me, reviews, and beauty. So color analysis, I have a bunch of ones, and you guys, if you want to look at them as we're talking, that's okay too, on Colorful Style by Dana, and then just click on these individual things and you'll see what comes up. So color analysis, I have a lot of ones where I've done the draping things and ones where I have like the before and after photos, things like that, because people want to see those type of things. They like to look for what you're doing if you're doing color analysis. Looks I'm getting rid of. I don't even remember what's on that one, but it's old. About me is just kind of, hi, my name is Dana, blah, blah, blah. Oh, I wrote notes. About me, personal share, professional share, how I can serve you or will serve you, etc. And the most important thing about that and any videos where you're talking is to make sure your personality is coming through. I think those of you that have witnessed me on here or YouTube know that I don't try to change my personality and I never script anything. And if anybody tried to make me script anything, I would just like, "Ugh, I can't." Anyway, but if you're a scripted person, then go for it. Anyways, your personality should always come through there. Okay, 7. So I'm assuming that if you have Instagram already, you know what posts are. So these are just some examples of posts, but some people, myself included, did not know, even like probably 6 months ago, that you can pin posts. So they're in the corner of your post where it has those little dots. You can actually say pin to profile. And what it will do is the post will appear at the top. So no matter, even if you have like a newer post that you made today, it's going to go after the pinned posts. So if there's a couple things that you want to highlight at the top, then that's where you do those. And these are mine right now. Not crazy about them. I'll probably change them. But this reel was really good because somebody else created it. This girl, my client created it. And I thought, oh, that's really good. I'm going to pin that. Anyways, you want them to show what you do or who you serve, etc. This one, it just says, are you looking for color analysis in the Hudson Valley? Here I am. And that's me at the train station. So I was like, Cold Spring. Okay. So, all right. And then I have some, these are really kind of general tips, but just some ideas. So if you are already creating reels and you know how to do that, adding trending music is very helpful to get some more eyes on there, as well as hashtags. So I have that below too. And posts and reels, they're content that will always be there. So you always want to focus on your niche, your color, style, makeup, or all of the above. And posts are where you don't want to necessarily go on and on about like your dog, your cat, your cooking style or whatever. But in your stories, you can talk about whatever you want to, like books you read or your dog, etc. So stories should, there again, those little things that are in the corner that will disappear within 24 hours unless you put them on your highlights. But that can be about life, interests, anything. Doesn't have to be specific to your niche. I think this is a really, really good place to post any promos because you can add a link. So you can say right now, like you could talk and say like, there's a sale on Color Me Beautiful and Flory. Here's my link. The promo code is summer 30 for this, summer 40. So because it has a clickable link, which the reels and the posts don't, stories are just a great place to always drop your link in there. Okay. And promote stuff. So hashtags, I mean, hashtag color analysis, color analyst, style analysis, whatever you're doing, you know, always good to put. And they say, try for 20 plus. LaDonna, I see your hand, but I'm going to just hold off for a second until I'm done. Okay. And then for posts and reels, yeah, I think it's good to use pictures of you, not just the product. So it could be you using the products, like, hold on. I've seen these too a lot where often on stories where the person will be talking and they'll just be like applying their lipstick like this. And I know Linda's going to ask me what this is. It's Sunset Sheer, Gail Heyman. So you can sit there and talk to the camera and be putting on your lipstick and say something like, oh, and by the way, if you're wondering, this is my favorite Sunset Sheer, Gail Heyman, etc. So always better to see you using the products rather than just like a picture of the product just sitting there, because that's not very exciting. Okay. Pictures of you and products and posts and reels and stories, you can use combo. So, I mean, in stories, because it's going to disappear if it's just a lipstick and you have a link on the bottom, that's okay. All right, so then, okay, this is just my give me a follow. So that's my Instagram if you didn't already check it out, Colorful Style by Dana. Facebook is the same. That's my website, and that is my email. Okay, so now, I don't know if I went too fast. I tried to just not go too in the weeds about reels and posts, but now I will answer any questions I possibly can. So I'm going to make this a little smaller. Hold on. All right, I guess I just stopped it, but I can go back if I need to. Okay. I see, hold on, I see the chat. Oh. Okay, LaDonna. I see your hand raised.
Where, when you post in your stories, where you can apply your link.
Okay,
I've never
so
seen that.
let me see if I can go. Last time when I tried to do this, it wouldn't let me do something, but let me see if it will. Hold on. I'm gonna go here. I'll see if I can go on to my Instagram and see if I can show you. But one of the things on Instagram won't work on a computer. It will only work on a phone. So let me see. Okay. Yeah, I don't think it will. So hold on.
Dana, is
Double check.
it like if you're
Yeah,
if you're
it won't.
posting a story and you can add text, is that the same thing?
Hold on.
Is that where you would how you
Yes.
put your link?
Yes. So
Okay.
actually, I'll see if, you know what,
Good.
let me make myself bigger and I'll put my phone up because you can only, I can't do it on the computer.
On the
I can only
computer,
do it
yeah.
there. Hold on. Okay, so, oh gosh, hold on. I have to make myself not blurry. Okay, here we go. Okay, so you see that little plus sign right there by my story? That's how you can add a story. So if I click on it, and let's say I did this one today. That was almost a certificate. Thank you. Then you see you have the little text one right there. You have, oh, nope, not that. You have this little thing that, oh gosh, my finger keeps hitting it. Okay, next to the text one, you see that little thing that looks like a sticker with the edge coming up? Click on that. And then you have all of these wonderful options, including link right there. So if you click on link, it says URL, and that is where you put your affiliate link, or if you have a website, you could put your website. And then down here, it says customize sticker text. So if you click on that, you could say use promo summer 30 or something like that. And then they'll have it. They can just click right there and that automatically will take them to your link. Okay. And then what else? You can also have there, you can have a poll and one of these slidey things. So you can always say, you know, I love summer weather. How about you? Or I love using my tinted moisturizer in some hot summer sun. How about you? And then they can slide it like that. And if you guys have seen those, so that lets people be more interactive. And they say when you're more, when you're getting more people interactive, then they're making you more visible to other people. Shirley's probably the expert about that. I know how that stuff kind of functions, but I don't know all like the statistics about it and stuff. Does that help?
Mhm.
Just go explore, because that sticker thing, that has a lot of stuff on it. And you can add other photos, you can add random stuff. Links, quiz, poll, questions, the little slidey thing. Oh, that's sometimes I'll do that. So if you go to questions and it says, ask me a question, and then people can write you a little message. So last time I said something like, do you want the promo code? And, or something like that. And then I had some people say interested in there. So then I get a little message and it says, so-and-so said interested. Okay.
And you said that this is on Instagram, but you can
Yes.
only do it on the phone?
Yes. So on the
Yes.
desktop,
Mhm.
computer, you can't do a lot of the functionality that you can on the phone.
Basically, all you can do on the desktop in Instagram is surf. You can't, they want you on your phone because it's an in the moment app.
Mm-hmm.
So did I miss?
You can post pictures on the computer too, Shirley.
I think you can do posts, but I don't know about reels
It's
and stories.
limiting though, yeah. It's not the same effect, and I believe it doesn't have the same algorithm.
So wasn't there once upon a time where when you posted on Facebook, it showed on Instagram?
You
How
can
long
still
ago was
connect them.
that? Because
You
that's the
can still
last
connect
time.
them.
You can
No,
have
you can still
connected.
connect them. Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
you can. Okay.
Yes. So
Again, not the same algorithm.
Okay. So
I've
it's better to do Instagram straight on the Instagram app as opposed to going through Facebook. Okay.
I've heard that it's better to do both independently, but I feel
Okay.
like that's so much work.
Mhm.
I don't do it, but I've heard you will get a lot better engagement and views and stuff if you post separately. I
Separately.
still
Okay.
haven't done that, but I have them linked right now. And if you want to link them, I believe you just go to your profile and then you go to edit profile. And then somewhere on here. Oh gosh, it's been a while since I linked it. Personal information settings. Does somebody else know how to link it? It's been a while since I've done it.
It's in the moment, like well, you can, when you do like an Instagram post one time, and then it will pop up that says you can link it, and then at that time you can link it at the same time for like all the time. It'll ask you if you want to link it all the time,
Okay.
or if you're just linking them individually.
Okay.
Does that, you
I'm
have
sure
to do that
it's
each time, Shirley, or can you do it?
well, if you do it once, then you're linked all the time. But it can be aggravating, because if you haven't gone in, because then it's going to ask them to verify your Facebook page. Then you have to sign into there's extra steps when you go to do that. I'm sure that there's somewhere in the settings. Instagram doesn't make it easy to find all those settings, even though they're
Okay.
owned by
Yeah.
Facebook.
So they
So
really want you to
it's,
operate
yeah, so
separately.
again, it's a piece of your business. So if you want to learn that platform, you have to spend the time. Won't take you long, but it's not, oh my God, I have 5 minutes, let me make a post, let me make it work, because you're going to drive yourself crazy. So yeah, and by the same token, Facebook and Instagram are punishing you for not posting. So I noticed that I haven't been posting as much on either platform, and I'm like, oh, when I do post, I don't see a lot of people liking it, and because I'm getting punished. So until they want you to be on their platform. So when you pay, you get noticed. When you play, you get noticed. And when you don't get
You
noticed.
get punished, yeah.
Mhm.
You get
Jennifer
punished.
just asked about whether you use a professional dashboard.
Yeah.
Mm.
Yeah, I only really use that to look at how many people I'm reaching and things like that. I think I might have boosted a couple posts for like $3 at some point, but it didn't really do much, so I just
Okay.
ignored that.
Mhm.
But yeah, no, I haven't really done much on there aside from look at the insights, which I do find really interesting sometimes, to see like what do people like. But I feel like, we kind of see that day to day, like, oh, this got a lot of likes or this got 10 likes or whatever, or one like.
Mhm.
So then I would just try to make more of the ones that had more likes or more people talking and things like that. Um, but anyway, so Ginger, yes, a little.
Can I ask a
Okay.
question what she meant by a professional dashboard? Is she talking about a scheduler? Or is she talking about Meta? Or is she talking about the insights? Because that's kind of a loaded question.
Oh, I
Ginger,
was thinking it was Instagram professional dashboard, but maybe
Oh,
Ginger
okay. Is that what
was
it's called,
something
the
else.
professional dashboard, or is it called the
Yeah,
Meta? Or I
Shirley,
mean, I know.
Shirley,
It
it's a
is,
professional
but
dashboard.
wait. Ginger asked the question. Let's let her weigh in.
Okay.
it is
Ginger?
on the on Instagram, the professional dashboard.
Okay.
Okay. So it was on
Okay.
Instagram. Okay.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
Okay.
only as far as for insights. Sorry, I do not have any more info than that, Ginger, on that. And Alma, did you have a question?
I have two questions. So I loved your About Me vids. It's brilliant. I'm trying to
Thanks.
That's great. I love that. And so I wanted to ask you on your insights, is that successful? Because that's something I'd love to do.
What, the about me?
Yes, the little video that you got
Um,
going.
I don't know because that's a story, and I don't know if
No,
stories.
it's on your here. This is you.
Yeah.
I tap About Me, it comes up and you're doing a little video.
Yeah, no, I know the one you mean, but it's not a reel, it's just a story, and I don't think that it will save any of that information.
Oh,
So
I see.
like the insights, they're always on your reels or your posts and things like that.
I see.
Hold on, let me double check that I'm saying the right things.
But I
Yeah.
love it. It's great.
Oh, thank you.
So how did you create that?
So that was just a story. So I will show you if I can find it anywhere. I have this little tripod thing. Oh, here it is. This thing is really convenient. I don't know. It was like not that much on Amazon. Like
Got tons of those, yeah.
$10. You have that? Yeah. So that little tripod,
Okay.
tap it in, and you can do on stories. You can do hands-free, so you don't have to sit there and hold your thumb down. You just do. Okay, hold on. Let me get back to stories. Oh, gosh, go away. Okay. Okay, so I do camera
Okay.
and story. So if you want to see where the hands-free thing is, so you don't have to press the button the whole time, there's a little down arrow right there. So you see the down arrow?
Should I go on my profile to look at it?
Well, unless you can see it on mine.
Oh, okay. Go on.
So you see where it says hands-free?
Uh-huh.
So then just click that. And then when you record, you just hit that.
Okay.
And it'll show you how much time you have left too. So
Oh.
it's pretty handy because you can like have it on the tripod and be like, "Bah, bah, 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 bah," you know.
So if I were to record just like a video, I've got a clicker and everything, you know. If I was to record a video of me, can I just upload that and ask it to be a story? Is that just the same thing?
You could also upload a video just as I think you're meaning as a reel, and then share the reel as a story, which is what I
Okay.
also do basically
Okay.
anytime I make a reel. So you make the reel and then,
Okay.
hold on if I can show you.
Make real.
So you have your reel, then you hit those three dots in the corner,
Mhm.
and then, oh, no, it's not. Sorry. It's down here.
Okay.
Got your reel, go to that little paper airplane,
Okay.
and then add to story right there.
I see.
So that will add it to your stories. Then once it's on your story, you could always add it to a highlight. So if you made the About Me highlight, that little circle, you could have it there too.
Okay, that was my question. So those little dots that you have there, they're your highlights.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
So
So
they're
they're
your
all
highlights.
stories that I had at some point that I put on the highlights so that they wouldn't go away, like they wouldn't disappear.
Okay. And I had one more question
Mhm.
about your reviews. Did you make those in Canva, Dana?
I can't
Donna.
remember. Most of them were a while ago, so let me look. They were real. I didn't no, I think those were from my website actually, and I took a screenshot. So a lot of those were just like screenshots. And
Okay.
I don't even think you need to get fancy when it comes to reviews because I've seen a lot lately where people are just like taking a screenshot of a message that somebody sent to them and they're posting
Mhm.
that and just like blacking out their name or whatever. So it doesn't have to be fancy or anything,
Mhm.
but I
So
mean,
I just last question. I'm
Mhm.
sorry, I'm taking everybody's time.
That's okay.
But
That's a good question.
when I sent out a testimonial letter to my people, and I got one back yesterday. So what would I do? I mean, mine's just a piece of paper. It's just like a testimonial template letter. How would I make that into a review to put on Instagram?
Then I would just do like what I did and just type it out and say like,
Okay.
testimonial from Kim or a recent client testimonial or something. Then you can just type it out
Okay.
or take a photo if they're okay with that and post it.
Okay. Thank you.
Is there
Canva
any?
also has some
how
really
long-
good, Canva also has some really good testimonial templates, so you could take a couple quotes, like
Okay.
Alma was fantastic, and you can make a pretty graphic out of it.
Okay.
With your branding colors, you can do it that way so it looks more appealing because people, white paper, they're just gonna scroll past.
Mhm.
Right.
But
It
images,
looks, it looks good
images, they
on-
will.
uh-huh.
Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you.
Is there a
Thanks,
limit in
Sarah.
terms of characters or the amount of text that can go in those reviews, Dana?
No, I mean,
No?
if it's just for if you're taking a photo of something, is that what you mean? Like if you were just going on
Yeah, but I was
Canva
just
and
saying that review or that testimonial that Alma had was like
Mhm.
on an 8.5. Even if you condense it, it's probably going to be fairly,
Yeah. I would chunk it up. Then you got more
Okay.
stories anyway.
Mhm, mhm.
I was looking at the comments and a couple people had to leave, but Tara has a question. Do we need to have a social media presence or can we advertise in local newspapers, etc., or is that antiquated? And what's the goal of being on social media to be a color analyst? That's a really good question. And I think there's consultants all over the map on this question because some definitely do not do social media at all and do just fine with color analysis and they have bookings all the time. So do you need to? Maybe not, but I think it depends kind of on the demographic you're going for. And I think the demographic I'm going for, they are on social media. So it helps me to be on there, but I don't know if it would help everybody. So I think you have to think about like what age are you targeting, what maybe gender, and like are you targeting people that are going to be on Instagram or are you targeting people just who will be on Facebook? Or maybe they won't be on anything and you don't need to worry about it. I have heard of people advertising in local papers and like that's great. Like you could definitely do that. I know I love in-person networking. I know Shirley does a lot of in-person networking. So there are certain things that I think people sometimes think are antiquated, but I still think they work really well. So I would not rule anything out. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if that answered the question, Tara, hopefully. It
You
did.
also
I just
have to
asked a-
weigh the cost too.
Yeah.
You know, what is it cost? What would it cost to run an ad in a local newspaper? You know, little small rural cities, you can probably do it fairly inexpensively. And social media is basically it's free
Mhm.
unless you decide that you're going to do paid ads or boost your post, right?
Yeah.
So you have to weigh the costs, I think, Tara, and what
I
you're
will
going to get for your money.
And I'll
Okay.
say another benefit that I think too of being on social media is because when people are Googling you or your business, you will come up, your social media will come up in the Google search. So when I look up my business, like I'll see my website, but then I'll see my Facebook and I'll see my Instagram links and my YouTube, things like that. They'll all be right there. And I get the most people say that they come from Google. So I don't know if it's because they've seen me on Instagram because of Google or Facebook or whatever, but somehow when my name or my stuff is coming up on the Google search, like that has brought people in. So I don't know. I think it's some combination. I don't know what the combination is exactly, but trying to be have a presence on Instagram and or Facebook is definitely helpful. I don't do anything on TikTok. I tried that for a hot minute. Was not for me. I don't think that my demographic is on TikTok. I have used WhatsApp, Telegram. I was writing all this down, Sharon, when you were messaging or
And you use all of
mentioning
those
them.
platforms? You use
I've
those?
tried different ones just
Okay.
for fun, but Instagram and Facebook and YouTube have had the most staying power for me.
Mhm, mhm.
I'm dabbling a little bit more in LinkedIn. So
Okay.
we'll see how that goes.
Was LinkedIn, I don't even think LinkedIn made that cut, did it?
No,
It wasn't on there, yeah, okay.
no, but I like the idea of using LinkedIn, so
Yeah.
I have to get more on there.
And,
LinkedIn is again
are
knowing
people-
your audience.
are
You what?
people finding you on
Yeah,
social media?
yeah,
LinkedIn
exactly.
is knowing your audience because
Exactly.
it's a business platform. So
Yeah.
if you're talking about business, so it's not necessarily like for what we do, it may not be the exact platform. Not that you can't get that, but your messaging might need to change. Are you looking
Yeah.
to change your professional wardrobe? Are you looking to learn body language techniques? Are you so you have to change your messaging a little bit on LinkedIn because it is business to business, but it can be done.
Mhm.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay.
Yeah,
Um,
there are some image consultants that are on LinkedIn that I follow and I get their newsletter, so they do a lot, you know.
mhm.
Yeah, again, if you're going to do a lot, it's going to be a good platform for you. But if you're just dabbling in it, you're going to get the same results of,
I'm on,
not rising to the top.
I'm on
right,
LinkedIn. I've been on
right.
it
It takes a lot of time. It takes a lot of time to do all
Mhm.
that, you know.
It
Yeah.
does.
Dana, how much time do you spend marketing on social media a week?
Too much. Too much. It feels like too much. I don't like it might seem like I like it. Sometimes I do. Probably am the worst person to talk about Instagram because a bunch of gurus would come on here and be like, you have to plan out your months in advance, and that's not at all how I work. I'm like, the inspiration hits and then I
And you
film a
go.
reel. It's probably not the best way, and I probably spend too much time, and I probably would save time if I planned in advance, but I'm not great at that. So that's my area of for improvement.
Yeah, but it's working for you. That's great. That's great.
Well, thank you.
All right.
Somebody asked if the highlights, oh yeah. The stories are for 24 hours, but if you make them a highlight, they will stay for as long as you have them as highlights.
Mhm.
And then Ginger said, do you use Testimonial Tree for reviews? I do not know what that is. Is that an app? I don't know.
It's a program that you can use in conjunction with your website.
Oh, okay.
It just sends out, you can have it prompted to send out. If somebody emailed you in, it would email them back and ask for your reviews
Oh,
and then
okay.
publish. And you can choose what to publish. It's not like Google, you get to pick,
Okay.
which is
And
not
what is it called, Ginger? Testimonial?
Testimonial Tree.
Never heard of it, but
Mhm.
I do ask everyone to review me on Google. Not that they do, but I always ask.
Mhm.
Some people do. I just think that is a really good way that I've had. I always ask people how they found me, and if they say Google, sometimes they'll say, I found you on Google. Your reviews sounded good, so I booked. And I'm like,
Okay.
yes, thank you.
That's good. That's
Thank you,
good.
internet.
Mm-hmm. That's good. That's good. Okay. All right, Barbara, did you have any questions? Any other questions? Ginger, thanks for engaging in and sharing the information about Testimonial Tree. That's great.
Yeah, thank you.
Any other questions? Dana, you're it, girl. What can I tell you? You're a rock star.
Oh, I was gonna say, I forgot to mention, on Thursday morning at 10 o'clock, 10 a.m. in my Facebook group, I know some of you are on there, but I'm doing color and style updates part 2. I did part 1 in like April, skipped a month. Now I'm doing part 2, but if any of you are curious, that's kind of like, from the like Jill's Style Maker thing. If you're curious, come join. It's at 10.
It's too early for me, Donna. Why don't we give them a 10?
Alma, your trainings were almost borderline too late for me. I was like slap happy on those things. I was like, this is borderline too late.
Okay.
I'm like,
Yeah.
Yeah, it's early for me too.
So Dana,
Sorry.
thank you so much. Are there any other questions before we sign off for the night? Because it's a little after 9 o'clock. And your daughter, she stayed where she was. Okay.
I'm impressed. She'll get a brownie tomorrow. I didn't give her a brownie today because she didn't eat her dinner, but I guess I can give her one tomorrow
Oh, okay. Okay.
as a, thank you.
Okay.
I have
You said you ask for reviews on
Mhm.
Google. How is that? I don't understand how you do that.
I do it every time I see somebody. I'm like, oh, well, if you had a good time, will you review me on Google? But people are like, oh, yeah,
You ask the
definitely.
individual, like
Yeah,
per
yeah,
on
yeah.
Messenger or what?
Yeah. No, I ask them to their face, or if I talk to somebody online, I'll ask them. Or if I go to a networking group where I spoke at, I'll ask them. I will just shamelessly ask anybody.
So they
for a
Google you,
review.
they can put in a review once they've had your service. Okay.
If you have to have a Google business profile, Linda, do you have one?
It's Google My Business. You have to have a Google profile.
Linda, you need
Yeah,
one.
I think so. Yeah.
Okay. That could be another training, Sharon, because that's
Okay.
really good
Okay.
to get to, because then you can get Google reviews.
Because it used to be if you didn't have a brick and mortar, you couldn't get Facebook reviews and you couldn't get Google reviews if you didn't have a brick and mortar.
But now you can.
Really? Wow.
Yes. Yeah. Facebook especially, you could not get reviews if you were an internet or it was, you couldn't get reviews, but they've changed that since. But yes.
Okay. That's good. That's good. Okay. So yeah, that's another training. Okay. All right. Well,
Thank you,
are there
guys.
any other questions before we let
Sharon,
Dana go and take
okay.
her family? Yes.
I'm asking, I received someone else's products, and so I wanted to know what should I do. This is a lady from Wisconsin, La Crosse, Wisconsin, and I received her products.
So email consultant info and give them the order number. I mean, at this point,
Okay.
they may tell you just keep the product, but somebody's missing their product. That's the main thing.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
I
All
don't
right.
know how
I'll do that
happened, but
tomorrow.
just email customer service and give them the name of the person that was on it, and if there's an order number or something somewhere where you can see it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it? I
Now,
got the
are you
I got
missing
the
an order?
invoice.
Are you
Pardon?
missing? Are you missing an order?
No, I'm
Okay.
not. Yeah.
Okay. All right. So that's weird. So you must have, your name must have come up in the lottery. What can I tell you? Okay.
Yeah, here's
Dana?
the invoice. Here's the invoice right here.
Okay. Well, send that to consultant info.
Okay.
Yeah. And so they could figure out, because somebody's missing an order, and
Yeah, they're probably like, oh, I
we
needed
probably
it.
saying, yes, you did. You got that order. It's shipped out on June 5th. And here it is in California. Okay. All right. So crazier things have happened.
Yeah.
But anyway, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. Let me stop the recording, and This has been
Excellent
a
job,
very
Dana.
Thank you,
fruitful-
Sylvia.
Excellent job.
Always
you.
Great
excellent.
job. Great
Thank
Great
job.
job. Great
Thank
job.
you.